So you downloaded Warzone, had a few games of it, and you find out that everyone recommends that the Grau is the best gun to use. You check out the recommended loadout, link for my recommendations in the description, and you find out your gun needs to be level 56. That's going to take an age in Battle Royale, but you don't want to buy a multiplayer game. Well, no problem. I'm going to show you how to level the Grau and take it all the way through with all the attachments as they develop to get you the gun that absolutely shreds in Warzone. The first stop is the gunsmith. My Grau is already level 12. If yours isn't, don't worry. Just use the method I've set out. You'll get it to level 12 quite quickly. Just use whatever attachments are useful at that point. But I'm going to go through the gun setup I've got from level 12. I'm then going to go on to explain my class setup and explain the strategy. I'm going to put timestamps in the description for all of these things so you can find what you need quite quickly and go back to it if you need to check it again. So firstly, we're going to look at the class setup I use. Perk 1, it's got to be double time in my view. You can use a EOD, really is a matter of play style between those two, but in this strategy you're going to be aggressive. I find double time is the better option. Perk 2, overkill. I start with overkill because the gun, the Grau, is not very good with this setup to start with, and I find I have to use a secondary. That really helps me get the kills that I need. So here I'm using my M4 setup that in my view absolutely shreds. I've got a different video on that, links in the description for it, and that really helps me get the kills that I needed. Perk 3, amped. In my view there's no choice here. It's the perk that you need so that you can swap your weapons as quickly as possible. It's great now, and then later on when we get rid of overkill you'll see it's great for the launcher. In terms of the lethal, C4, again I don't think this is optional. It's great for clearing rooms and it's great for dealing with vehicles. With this setup it's the only thing that you've got that can really deal with a vehicle to start with. For the tactical, I started off using the stun. I later switched to the heartbeat sensor. It really is more a matter for you. I would suggest one of those two things really to match your play style. Later on I pretty much use the heartbeat exclusively. In terms of the field upgrade, again this is an important one because the field upgrade is something you get right from the very start. I use stopping power. You need the stopping power because it gives you the opportunity to get the most kills you can. It does affect the recoil of the guns, but it's a trade-off I was willing to make in order to be able to get people down as quickly as possible. In terms of the gun setup itself, at level 12 there really isn't that much choice. I didn't use a muzzle attachment to start with, but having really thought about it, I think I would have actually used the tactical suppressor to help keep me off the minimap. The only barrel you've got at the moment is the drifter. Don't use it. It reduces the damage range and the bullet velocity. It's only good at super close-up combat, and you aren't going to find that many engagements in Plunder. That's the best gun for, and you're going to find yourself defeated. Don't bother, don't use it. In terms of the weapon sight, go for whatever's comfortable with. I'm not so keen on the Grau's iron sights to start with. Mini reflex is a good option, but really that's it. This is a matter of whatever makes it better for you. Have a go with the different ones to see which one you prefer. The Commando foregrip is a total must. It's on many people's prime loadout. I personally prefer the Shark foregrip, which gets unlocked later, but it's definitely a Commando foregrip to start with. It's a thing that really helps with the weapon. Finally, I've put on FMJ because it's the only perk I've got nothing else to attach, so why not put it on? We'll be able to unlock other perks later. Now, for the strategy, it's relatively simple. You need to play Plunder. The advantages are you drop in with this loadout, so you're getting weapon XP in the pre-game lobby. Yep, that counts towards the experience, and use it to your advantage. People might hate you for it, but the more kills you get, the quicker you level up this gun. And also you start with a loadout from the very start of the game. If you play Battle Royale, you have to get a loadout later, and there are different guns in the pre-game, so you're going to miss out on loads of XP. Also, I find the Plunder games are shorter. They sort of take between 10 to 20 minutes, I reckon about 15 minutes on average, whereas Battle Royale games, depending on how long you live, are longer, so you're getting less kills per minute. Play Plunder. I also recommend you set the squad to don't fill. I felt that it was spoiling other people's game if I'm not playing the objective and playing really aggressive. If you play as part of a team, make sure you're all aiming for the same thing. But I didn't find it actually made a big difference, and I played a couple of games with friends. Whether I was doing it solo or I was doing it as part of a team, I was getting the same number of kills. Last point of the strategy, you're looking to get kills, so you're going to drop in right on the hotspots of the game. Superstore, hospital, military base, though I don't advise military base myself, airport, and then you're going to hunt people out. What I'm going to do is show you each game that I play, the kills, the development they get, and how the gun changes, so that each time it gets a bit better, you can get more kills, you get more experience and level it up quickly. And we're into the first game. I'm going to get a bunch of kills in the pre-game lobby. I'll show you the kills and we'll look at the development of the gun. To see the entire process of levelling up, I've done 2 more videos on this, which are parts 2 and 3. By all means watch them, because they take you through the individual process of how the gun levels up, the attachments change at each stage to make the gun as good as possible at that time until you can get to the best possible loadout for the Grau. I'll leave the links in the description and you should be able to see them now as well to click onto. Thanks a lot.